Hi, kindergartners. So nice to see you. So last week we worked on these three stories. So I thought it would be nice if we could review some of our story elements. So the first element we're going to talk about again is character. So you read Knuffle Bunny and you know that Trixie was the character. Some other characters were her dad, her mom, and of course Knuffle Bunny. And in Solomon the Crocodile, he was the main character, but he did a pretty good job of bugging a lot of the other characters in the book, like the frogs and the hippo. And then in Stella Luna was one of the main characters, and you had Mama Bird. And of course, you had Mama Bird's three babies. Their names were Flip, Flitter, and Flap. And at the end, you also got to meet her mom again, which I just really loved. Okay, let's go to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is setting. So we saw in Knuffle Bunny that it was definitely takes the place in a city, and you could also say that it takes place at the laundromat, on the sidewalk, during the day. Setting is not it's all about like not just the places, but the environment and things that are going on. Just kind of like in Solomon, it takes place at the riverbank. It also takes place during the day. And Stella Luna is different than those two because Stella Luna takes place at night a lot of the time because bats can fly at night. And Stella Luna also takes place, you could say, in a tree when she's in the nest with the birds and the mama bird. So, character and setting are very important. And when you pay attention to the character and the setting when you're reading, it makes you understand the whole story. So, that's why they're very important story elements. So, the new story element we have for this week is I'm going to move me so you guys can see better. I'll put you down here. Is the story element of problem. And a problem in this story is something between one or more characters that must be solved by the end of the story. And the problem is the juicy part of the story. That's what makes it exciting. And when authors think of clever problems, it makes you want to read those books. One interesting thing is with chapter books, there's usually more than one problem and solution in the chapter book. And usually every chapter has a problem and solution. So you're going to be talking about problem and solution for years and years and years and years. In Knuffle Bunny, the problem was they washed Knuffle Bunny. And Trixie was furious, remember? And she was behaving very poorly. And she was trying to communicate with her dad that, Knuffle Bunny is not with me. And dad didn't understand. But it was funny because as soon as it went home, mom right away noticed, where's Knuffle Bunny? In Solomon, the problem was he was just annoying everybody. He had so much energy and nobody wanted to play with him. And in Stella Luna, the problem was she was separated from her mom by that mean owl. So today you're going to get the chance. Let me move myself again. Where I'm going to move myself on top of dad there. So today you're going to read Knuffle Bunny 2, A Case of Mistaken Identity. If you notice, the character Trixie has grown and changed. She's got hair now, and she's walking all by herself. And as you'll see in the book, she does a lot of talking. And what you're going to do is when you're going to listen to it, and then on the activity sheet, maybe you're working in a reading journal or on any piece of paper, we want you to draw a picture of the problem. And then we want you to label the important parts of the problem. And trust me, boys and girls, this is a big problem. So I hope you enjoy this story, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow because tomorrow we'll talk more about what happens when there is a problem, which is another story element. Have a great